What's up? I'm noticing that the older that I get, the issues that I have, and I don't like that. I don't like to have trust issues. I don't like to think that or about the people that's around me. I don't like to have to spend time doing that, whether rather than to be building something that actually can be benefiting for the future, for the generations to come. Because right now it really ain't about me, and I believe that's one of the purposes that I got. But I had to realize that it's a lot of snakes. It's not. I'm out here trying to tend to the garden, and it's just a lot of snakes. Even the one that's closest to you, family, friends, whatever the case may be. It might even be in your own household. But it's to the place where you just can't. You can't trust nobody. You can't trust nobody with nothing. You can't trust nobody to do something. But let it be that you be the one to call on, but you can't call on nobody. That ain't right. That ain't even. That ain't what you call trustworthy relationship. At least I'm thinking. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking that don't sound like a trustworthy relationship. It don't. If you can go to somebody, but if somebody can come to you and ask for something or ask you to do something for them, but you can't go them to ask them to do something for you, something wrong with that picture. And if it's repetitive, if it's repetitive, something to me, I couldn't put no trust. I couldn't even put no faith in that person. Like no matter what it is, friend. Like I say, you can go down the list of who it could be, or how it could be, or where it could be in your life. But just as for me, it's like I'm noticing that when I'm trying to tend to the garden and keep the garden right and try to do what I got to do the garden right, it's a lot of snakes out here. It's a lot of snakes. Like I got to keep the snakes because it's a garden, so of course there are gonna be snakes in the garden. But I got to keep these snakes in a glass box. In a glass box. So when I walk past this box, all the snakes will be right there. Let the snakes be with the snakes in my garden. When I say the garden, I mean like the things in my life. Because what you have to realize is the way that God, our Father, I don't know what you believe or what you pursue um to practice, but I believe I believe that God don't look at what other people do to when it's your time to be called. When it's your time to be called, he look at everything that you did in your life in every aspect, not just well I did this right here over here and I did this right here over here. Ain't that enough? No, but what about this over here, this over here? So that's why I say I got to put the snakes in the glass box because those snakes come from the snake. And if one of them escapes, then I got to cut his head off. I got to cut the head off the snake if he escapes, because if he bites me, it's gonna kill me, so to speak. But yeah, that you got to get rid of that snake. You got to get rid of that snake because eventually it ain't gonna go good. Like you can pick it up, you can put it back in the cage, in the glass box or whatever. But the snakes, you got to have those snakes where you can see them. You can see them all together instead of just trying to figure out where they at, where they at, where they at. No, put the snakes in a glass box. That way you can always see through that box. There is no place for them to hide in a glass box. Now the only thing that you have to do is tend to your garden. Your garden is your life. Your garden is your purpose. Your garden is your future. Your garden is your destiny. Your garden is everything that God has given you in your life to take care of. That's what your garden is. And if I'm trying to take care of my garden, I got all these snakes running around, then it's not gonna be a safe garden for me. I'm literally not in that garden no more. I'm literally ran out of my own garden. Or they're keeping me from tending to the garden. So, um, I don't know, y'all. I just feel like that's one of the issues that I got. Is just I got some trust issues and stuff going on. While I'm trying to move forward and I'm working on building and working on growing. I'm aiming at moving forward and doing new things. Um, it's just I feel like I got some trust issues in some places, closer than far, farther than close. And it's just I see a lot of deception. I see a lot of things. My eyes have been open to so much stuff that I really don't know what to believe no more. So yeah, I got some trust issues ever since my eyes been open. And I mean, I don't want that to change me. I really don't want that to change me. For people that really know me and know, you know, I can be an asshole. I really can be an asshole. But in most and some, I really don't know. I don't know how I am, to tell you the truth. I really don't know. I still haven't looked at that picture yet, but you know, I'm I'm believing myself, as we all do, and a lot of times that oh, we're this great and good person and this and that and that and that. But if I'm being totally transparently honest, I'm not that great of a person. I'm not that great of a person. I try, but that's all I can do. I can try. Like, you know, what I can tell you is read your Bible, read Psalms and Proverbs. Just read Psalms and Proverbs, mostly Proverbs. Just read Proverbs because that's going to give you the wisdom to help you apply. That's if anybody wants to go the biblical way, because I try to go that way most of the time. But yeah, man, you gotta recognize those snakes in the garden, put them in the glass box, because when I say it causes a lot of trust issues, it causes a lot of trust issues. I got them right now. Like I can't, I don't trust nobody after knowing what I know now, to seeing what I see now in different places in my life, in different areas in my life. I can't trust you. I can't. My future is too delicate. My purpose is too valuable. My time is too imperative, I guess I'm saying that right. But it's too much stuff. I'm 40. I'm 40. Might not look like it, but I'm 40. I've been through a life of a lot of stuff. Stuff that I ain't even talked about. I talked about to a few people, but as far as just wide open, a lot of stuff I ain't talked about. But I got trust issues. I don't trust you. Family, friends, things like that. I've heard people say stuff, been treated in ways, talked to in ways, manipulated in ways, deceived in ways, and I still fall like down to the bottom with no help of getting up. That's what hurts, when you trying to help and you helping ends up putting you down, but there's nobody to help you back. You're supposed to be a man, be this, be that, be that. That ain't what it is. That ain't what it is. That's just a snake. That's a snake that bit you, basically. That's a snake that done bit you. I hate to say it, y'all. It bring a tear to my eye just thinking about it. Like all the different times out of the 40 years of my life, like to really just look at like how many times I've been bit by a snake. Sucks. Really truly sucks. Not to be at a place where, and it's mostly about money. It's mostly about money. Sometimes it's about um sometimes it's about some other stuff, but most of the time it's about money. Most snakes gonna bite money before they bite anything else. Because money is the ruler of all evil. If the snake is gonna bite, it's gonna bite the money first. Then pride, then envy, then jealousy, then all that good stuff. So yeah. If the snake can get you to where you can be hindered, then the snake has fulfilled his job, so to say. So the only thing I can say if anybody's going through something like that or something like that, just keep working in the garden and put your snakes in the box. Who knows? I might be a snake in somebody's garden or somebody's box. Who knows? I don't know. You know, but I mean, if I have been a snake or am, whatever the case may be in somebody's garden, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize for being that snake in your garden and messing up the things in your life. I apologize. Truly, deeply, and honestly, because that ain't what I want. I don't want that for nobody. Especially as that I got to analyze too now. And I'm I'm actually maybe 40. I'm probably 20 years too late. 20, 25 years too late, but it's no better time to start than now. These years fly by so fast that yeah, you'll lose track. You'll lose track. You'll lose track easy. But get the snakes in a glass box that's in your garden so you can continue to work in your garden. That way you won't have trust issues. And the right people will come. The right people will come. Even if you're in a situation or whatever the case may be where you can't really just move or whatever, you get the snakes in the box, then you'll know how to manage those snakes while God moves things for you. So, all right, y'all. That's it. That's all I want to say today. I ain't want to say nothing else. It's raining outside here in Jacksonville, and yeah. So, um, I hope everybody else have a good day. What's the day? Today is shoot. As soon as I look at the date, the day is the April something. I guess these are the April showers down here, so to speak. So, um, anyway, like I said again, y'all, I'm sorry. I apologize if I've been a inconvenience to anybody's life anywhere. Um, so um, yeah. Other than that, guess I'll holler at y'all whenever this load finish. So till then, peace.